Great morning, great morning. You guys come on in, come on in. I'm trying to get my whole head in. Great morning, great morning. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Who's here and where you are tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Go ahead, share the broadcast. Good morning, April. How are you, gorgeous? Good to see you this morning. So, you guys, I'm not going to take a long time to say what I got to say, but I got to say it. And I need y'all to know that I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm talking to me too, okay? So, I'm going to tell y'all something. We are so close to that breakthrough that we've been praying for, that we've been believing for the promise that we've been standing on. Like, we are so close. The enemy's greatest tactic when you are close to breakthrough, close to destiny, close to change, is distraction. Now, it doesn't matter what he uses to distract you, like he will find a way to distract you. It may be health challenges. It may be problems with your kids. It may be family issues. It may be work stuff. It may be just you stuff. You don't know why you feel away, but you feel away, right? Whatever it is, I'm here to tell you, don't get distracted. You're way too close to give up now. Like, do not sacrifice everything that you've gone through over the past 3 to 5 years. Listen, for some of us, it's been 10 years in the making, and yet we are subject to distraction. I'm talking about you can't make God say nothing other than what he said. You can't make it be anything other than what he's already, like, you can't change God's mind. What you can do, tell you what you can do. What you can do is find yourself operating in God's permissive will with a whole mess that you did not want, continuing to repeat cycles. And if that's not what you want to do, don't do that. Don't get distracted. Don't be so distracted that you miss, like, all of the red flags, the warning signs. Don't go here. Don't go there. Don't do this. Don't do that. But you don't do it anyway. No, you don't have time for that. You don't have time. Literally, God is trying to get you to understand that this time is a do or die time. This time is the time that's going to make all the difference in the world. This time is the time that breaks you all the way through this time. This time. So don't miss it. So, y'all, something has been going on, and I've not been able to see all of your comments. Like yesterday, you guys were commenting. I couldn't see the comments past the first few comments. I couldn't see them. So hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to refresh the screen because I feel like somebody's saying something. I don't feel like I'm just talking to myself and y'all ain't saying nothing. So hold on. Let me refresh. Okay. So in this season where distractions abound, God's grace has to abound more. In this season where distractions abound, God's grace has to abound more. Like, literally, you're going to have to allow God's grace. You're going to have to allow God's grace to get you through some stuff that your flesh, your mind, your will be struggling with. I'm not talking about you won't be able to get through it, but it's going to be a struggle. So now I understand. Now I understand why God has called this fast starting November 1st. Now I understand. Because if we're not careful, we'll be so distracted that we'll miss what he's doing. And the fast is designed to keep us focused. Doesn't he love us? I'm so glad God loves us so much that he will do the things necessary, call on us to do the things necessary in order for us to be in position. Girl, I'm in my business. Listen, I ain't trying to be in nobody else's business. I'm just in my business, baby. Look, and listen. Hey, Jackie, how you doing, gorgeous? It's not. Listen, it's not that you don't want your destiny. It's not that. It's not that you don't want to get through. It's not that. It's that you find yourself in a situation where it feels like you're never going to get there. It just feels like it. It's not the truth. It's a lie that it's not going. You're never going to get there. But it feels like you're never going to get there. And while it feels like you're never going to get there, you're like, okay, well, I might as well. No, you might as well not. Do not do it. Don't get sucked in because it's comfortable. It's familiar. It's convenient. It's what you've always done. It's what you've always known. Now is not the time for what you've always done and what you've always known. Now is the time for you to allow yourself to get unfreaking comfortable and do some things that you may have never done before. Go some places you may have never gone before. Try some things that you may have never tried before. Go to strange places, strange to you, right? Um, Meet new people. We're so afraid of change. So afraid. We're afraid of change in us. We're afraid of change in others. We're afraid of change of environment. We're afraid of change in our work or our business. We're afraid of change. We want change, but we're afraid of it. Something on the inside of you, as much as you want it, something on the inside of you says, we know what those are, saboteurs, right? Says, oh, you don't deserve that. But this is good. Like you can handle this. But that, no, you don't deserve that. Lies from the enemy designed to sabotage you. Don't let your self sabotage stop you from getting to your destiny. We can't afford it. We cannot afford it. Not this time. We've allowed it time and time again, but not this time. This time has to be different. This time has to hit different. You got to make different choices this time. You can't afford to continue making the same choices because you know the results you're going to get the same. The same. This weather is different for me. This weather is different for me. So I'm not used to this. I've gotten so used to Florida weather that this weather is so disrespectful to me. So there are things that I want to do, right? Like I want to go to my grandson's football game. I tried it last night, right? I thought, okay, I'm gonna put the little sweatsuit on. I'll be good. Listen, this thing didn't do nothing for me. The wind blew, and I was like, the material got cold, and it made me cold underneath. I was like, what the what? conditioned for this weather. So what that means is, in order for me to do the things that I want to do, I've got to make some wardrobe shifts. I've got to make wardrobe shifts. Like, I've got to buy some different clothes. I got to have different shoes. I can't have my toes all out. It's not enough to have just a regular little, sweatshirt or hoodie. No, I got to have some heavy stuff because this wind, this wind be cutting through. Like, what is that? Who pulled the knife out, and why did you decide you just want to cut me? Because that is disrespectful. So if I want something different, being able to go to his football game, I've got to do something different. Get and wear some different clothes. Get some gloves. Get a hat. I've got to get stuff that's going to keep me warm. Get a chair that I can put on that cold metal called bleachers. Now, if I'm unwilling to do those things, then I don't want what I say I want badly enough. Not saying I don't want it, but I don't want it badly enough. I gotta at least get to halftime. Well, we made it. Make it to the first half. No, I made it through the first quarter. Like, I'm realizing that I got a first quarter curse on me, right? I might make it through one quarter. Then I'm like, hey, it's too cold out. What is this? So, in order to do something different, I have to do something different. In order to get something different, I have to do something different. In order to have the life that you want, in order to have your destiny, in order to get to the other side, you are not going to only have to do something different, but you may have to become someone different. Now listen, y'all, I want y'all to hear me. I ain't saying you got to go try to be like nobody else, but you got to become a version of yourself that you've never been. A version of yourself that is in beast mode for the right reasons, in the right places, in the right way. So I had to look at the boys my son coaches and the kids on my grandson's team. And I remember saying something yesterday. I said, you know what? When it comes to sports, a lot of these kids nowadays, they don't want it bad enough. They don't want it bad enough. They don't want it bad enough. They're not willing to do what's required. They think it's supposed to be like these kids typically are not built like a Jordan, like a Kobe, like whatever great football player. They're not built like that. They're so used to getting things so easily that when they have to put in hard work, they don't know how to do it. They're not trying to do that. They're not trying to put in hard work. But baby, it's something about work ethic. Sport, if nothing else, should teach you work ethic. Like, you ought to become a beast in your work ethic, and not just on the field or on the court, but in your life, in your academics, in everything you do. I don't know. 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 I don't know what has to happen, but I know something has to happen. And it can't happen in them if it doesn't happen in us. We can't expect them to do something or be something that we're unwilling to do or be. We've got to be willing to do the work. So I know today is the day that I'm going to spend doing a couple of things. Got to find the library. Got to find the library. Got to find a gym. These are things that I've got to do for me. Got to find the library. Got to find the gym. I've got to be able to go to the library and be able to find a place where I can just write, be in an environment surrounded by knowledge because I'm producing knowledge. Like I gotta do that. Today's my day to do that. I've gotta build a routine. I have to. Like it's not optional, it's not questionable. I've got to build a routine. Why do I have to build a routine? I have to build a routine because it's too easy to get complacent. It's too easy to find yourself just doing the minimum, just doing enough. It's too easy to do that. So I know that there are things that I have to do. Now, if I don't do those things, whose fault is that? It's nobody's fault but mine. See, it's my job, even though God has transplanted me. And it's not what I expected. It's not what I was looking for. It's not what I thought. It's not what I anticipated. It's not even necessarily what I wanted. Now that I'm here, it is imperative that I, like those kids when they're preparing and training, get my routine together. Gotta have a routine. I'm so off routine. I'm not even doing my drive-bys on time. I'm out of routine. I've got to get into routine. You see, otherwise, what happens is you find yourself frustrated about things that you could have avoided and prevented had you just done what you needed to do. Yes, Lakita, that's why you feel unbalanced. Yes. If a routine is not important enough for you to put together for your life, a routine and a schedule is not going to be important enough to the people around you for them to respect it. Don't think that that's going to be the case. That's not how it works. So, if you want something different, do something different. If you want that destiny, focus on that destiny. Yesterday, I told my son, listen, we got to get all this stuff out of my car. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know how we're organizing it, but it's got to get out of my car because I feel like a homeless person. Like I'm driving around like a homeless person with a nice car, but homeless nonetheless. I'm driving around and I've got all of this stuff in my car. No, that's not going to work for me. He said, well, is this what you want taken in? I want all of it out, all of it. I don't want anything left in here that looks like I am a vagabond. No. So now I've got to make the space mine. For whatever length of time I find myself here, I just got to make the space mine so that I can get my routine schedule, so that I can have a space that feels like me, so that all of that is possible. Yes, I'm telling you. Look, we're too close, y'all. We're too close. Consider this our fourth quarter chat, okay? Fourth quarter, first quarter, fourth quarter, and first quarter chat. Like, listen, I'm telling y'all what's got to happen because you're too close to give up now. And what's going to happen, I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen. Let me tell y'all what's going to happen. In a minute, you're going to get lulled by the holidays. You're going to get lulled by the holidays, and it's going to put you to sleep because all you're going to be thinking about is the holidays. First, you're going to be thinking about all the kids and Halloween. Some of y'all may not celebrate Halloween, but some people do, right? You're going to be thinking, oh, it's Halloween. What costume are they going to wear? Where am I going to take them? What are they going to do, right? First it's Halloween. Then we get into, the more godly holidays, right? And we come upon Thanksgiving. All the families getting together. So now you're dealing with a family drama. Listen, you got to figure out whose house you're going to be at because, so-and-so ain't talking to so-and-so. And so-and-so don't like so-and-so. And this one don't like that one. And, they fell out. Well, I don't know if I want to go to their house because, da-da-da-da-da. Listen, all of that stuff. Listen, don't get caught up in it. It is a distraction. Listen, let the day be what the day is designed to be, a day where you give thanks. Right? Wherever you're going to give thanks, go give thanks, right? As much as it's within your power, be at peace with all men. Don't get caught up in family drama. Don't get sucked into it. Don't buy into it. Okay? Just do what you need to do. Know this. No, it's going to be some ish. I'm telling y'all, Thanksgiving, as you're leading up to it, Thanksgiving Day, or immediately afterwards, it's going to be some ish. It's going to be. I'm telling you, ahead of time. Look, it's going to be some ish. So you have to decide how you're going to respond to the ish that arises around the holidays. You have to make that decision. Make that decision. Because what you can't afford to do is to get sucked in, have it catch you off guard. Well, I wasn't expected. Expect some ish, expect some mess, expect some drama. Just expect it and decide how you're going to deal with it. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Listen to me. This is not the season to run away from the ish of your family and your life. It ain't that season. Either you're going to clean the ish up, either you're going to clean it up, or you're going to continue to be stuck with smelling it and getting bombarded with getting bombarded by it year after year after year. The choice, boo, is yours. It's yours. If the way you've been handling it has not worked, you're going to have to try something different. Can't explode. Can't be all these emotional outbursts. Like, it can't be that. Because I'm going to tell you what happens when you do that. When you do the emotional outbursts, you can say, see, I told you. They just be all emotional. They don't know how to act. It's them. Maybe it's not you. It's not you, but it looks like you because you're the one engaged in an emotional outburst. You're the one leaving. It looks like it's you. Why are you leaving if it ain't you? No. Stand 10 toes down. It's time to stand 10 toes down on what it is. Period. Don't you leave. Don't you move. Don't get in your feelings when they whispering about you and you know they talking about you. Baby, you keep being you, keep doing you because you ain't got time for it. You ain't got time to be stuck in no family mess and drama. You ain't got time to give two cares about what they think about you or how they feel about you. No, you are the example and the role model. Be that. Show them what it looks like when you're mature and healed and not bitter and angry and resentful and jealous and envious and full of hate and spite and misery. Because guess what misery loves? Yep. Company. Company. Good morning. Listen, April, I'm checking me. Listen, I want you to hear me real clear. I'm checking me. And I'm checking me because I already know that the greatest challenges that we're going to face over the next few weeks is going to be family. Y'all better understand what I'm telling you. I need y'all to hear me because nobody knows how to get under your skin like family does. Oh, family know just the stuff to say. They know your skeletons. They'll try to pull them out, air them out, put you out, air you out, and tell you what you not and how you think you this and how you think you that, baby. Yep, be like that tree planted by the water. I'm not moving. I don't care what you say. Like, come on. You at some point you gotta let your life speak for you. At some point you gotta let your life speak for you. And I'm telling you, you are the evidence. You are the evidence. You are the evidence. Don't forget that you're the evidence, so be careful what you are. Pay attention to how you're showing up, how you're responding to the things that will happen. They will happen. I'm telling y'all, listen, after the holidays, I want y'all to come back and I want y'all to let me know, did I lie? Did I lie? Did I lie? Any lies detected? No lies detected. I'm telling y'all what God is showing me. Listen, y'all think I'm just talking. I'm not just talking. I'm telling you that God is giving you advance warning on what's getting ready to happen. Okay? So, in order for you to handle and have defense to the offense. Okay. So listen, let's talk about offense. Offense, offense. Let's talk about it. See, in basketball and football, you have your offense and you have your defense, right? Your offense is the one with the ball. They're the ones that are trying to score. Your defense is the response to the offense that's trying to prevent the offense from scoring. Hold on, wait, stay with me for just a minute. I'm getting ready to bless somebody because I feel it in my spirit. I'm blessing me already, right? When you are with your family, what is one of the greatest things that happens when you're with your family or you're dealing with your family? Offense. Where does offense come from? Something that they say or do. Okay? So they say or do something. Now you offended. You're offended, right? But guess what? What if your defense had been in attack in effect? You got to learn how to adjust your defense for the offense that's being played. You know, some people like to offend you. They like to, poke at you. They like to do that, right? And sometimes it's that you just misread it. So it may not be them, it may be you. But the best defense to an offense is understanding the offense. If you know that there are certain people in your family that every time you're around them, you find yourself offended, they do something offensive, then you need to change what offends you. If every time you're around certain people, they do something to offend you, you need to change what offends you. That's the best defense to that offense or offense or offense, right? Listen, baby, let me tell y'all something. Y'all better stop letting people play these same petty games and get you off your square. Have you upset and worked up? Oh, what? Girl, all of that, boo bye. Sometimes you just got to look at people and be like, okay, and keep it moving. Because what happens is it throws the enemy off. And when I say the enemy, I'm not talking about the person. I'm talking about that spirit that is using them. Because the spirit will use whoever will allow themselves to be used, period. Both. The Holy Spirit and the spirit of the enemy. Both of them will use whoever allows themselves to be used. So you'll notice that Jesus didn't get offended when he was being tried by Satan. He didn't get offended. He could have got offended. He simply hit him with the word. I'll go up to the top there. Now look, as far as you can see, I'll give you all of that. All of that can be yours. Jesus could have been like, what are you talking about? It's already mine. Why are you acting like you don't know who I am? You know who I am. You know I'm the Son of God. You know that I'm his image and his likeness, that he resides in me and I reside in him, that we are one. Why would you even try me like that? Why? Why would you even try me like that? He didn't. He didn't. He hit him with the word. Then he brought his next one. I know you're hungry, right? I know you're hungry. Don't turn that stone into bread. You know, you can turn the stone into bread and eat. I'm just trying to help you. I know you hungry. I'm trying to help you eat so that you've got sustenance so that you can live. All you got to do is turn the stone into bread. People can be like, man, listen, let me tell you something. That stone and that bread, that don't make me, right? He could have been mad. He could have been upset. He could have been offended. He could have took the stone and busted him in the head. I know I've had some brick stones. Yeah. I'm just talking about me. But he said, man does not live by bread alone. Oh, well, listen. Look. If you just bow to me, Jesus saying, no, I'm good. Even when the Sadducees and the Pharisees tried him, man, Jesus was so freaking cool. This is why I don't understand. I don't understand this soft, feminized Jesus that many Christians, you know, are portraying. And I'm not saying that so I'm telling you, he didn't give a whole bunch of responses. Like he wasn't emotionally all up and down. But pay attention to when he did allow his emotions to arise, right? When he went in the temple and he saw them selling the sacrifices, the money changers overcharging people, when he saw all that, Jesus said, oh no, bam, flipping tables, cracking the whip, right? Oh no, you finna get out of my daddy's house because you turned my daddy's house into a den of thieves. It was a righteous indignation. That's when you see Jesus flip, right? He don't flip because somebody said something to him, hurt his feelings, or tried his gangster. No, but when they were violating the temple of God, he had a righteous indignation, and he let them know, don't let the smooth taste fool you. Oh, I've been smooth. I've been cool. Hold on. Okay, y'all let me know that y'all can hear me. Let me put on my do not disturb, honey. He said, I've been cool, calm, and collected. That's what he said. I've been cool, calm, and collected. But don't let it fool you. Don't think that just because I haven't gone off on you, just because, I haven't, flipped out, just because I haven't really shown you all of my power and who I am, does not mean that I am not He. Listen, I feel like Jesus rolled like this. When you are the Son of God, you don't have to say all the time, I'm the Son of God. You don't have to go around with your chest puffed out. You ain't got to always be proving stuff to people because you know what you know. When you're dealing with your folks, your family, your exes, your kids, know what you know and stop allowing people to take your emotions on an emotional roller coaster, because what's happening is it's triggering things from your childhood. Those childhood things are triggering your saboteurs. Your saboteurs are telling you, oh, well, you can't let them talk to you like that. You can't let them listen, baby. Words are words, baby. You can say what you want to say as long as you don't cross certain lines, and I'm good, right? So what I know is if someone always uses the same thing to upset me, I'm gonna stop letting that upset me. You're not going to upset me. I'm not giving you that privilege. You're not even, no, you're not qualified to upset me. The situation is not qualified to upset me. No, we want to get stressed out about everything. Stop getting stressed out about everything. If God is trying to work some things out in you, you're going to have challenges, and those challenges are designed to see how you're going to respond. How you respond determines how quickly He moves. The sooner you get to the place where you are not moved by the stuff that's going on around you, then the sooner God can release into your hands the stuff that He has promised you. Let me say that again. The sooner you are able to show that you are not moved by the stuff that's going on around you, the sooner God will be able to give you the stuff that He's promised you. There's some things that God has promised you, but you can't get it yet because you haven't shown yourself faithful yet. You haven't shown yourself stable yet. You haven't shown yourself emotionally mature yet. You haven't shown yourself spiritually mature yet. If He gave it to you right now, you would F it up. If He gave it to you right now. You can't afford to continue living your life in a way where God can't trust you with the things that He's promised you because you're delaying what God wants to do in your life. The problem is not God. The problem is not other people. The problem is not your situation or your circumstances. The problem is you. You are the problem. I am the problem. The sooner we acknowledge that, the sooner that we can begin to hold ourselves accountable and pay attention to what's going on in us so that we can move to the next thing. There are some things that I've mastered. I've mastered listening to God and going where He says go. That I've mastered. I'm going to do that. He knows I'm going to do that. Haven't mastered the relationship thing, the dating thing. I haven't mastered that. Haven't mastered my focus. There's some things that God is doing in me. It's challenging me. And it's challenging me in ways that, quite frankly, are uncomfortable. But the challenges have to come in order for me, in order for me to get what God has for me. It's easy for a thief not to steal if there's nothing around them worth stealing. It's easy. It's much more difficult when there's stuff of value that they want around them for them not to steal. The question is, can you pass the test when there's something around you that you want? That's the question. It's easy to pass the test if there's nothing around you that you want. But can you pass the test if there's something around you that you want? Listen, we're in a season where God is growing us up, period. And you can expect tests and challenges and trials and tribulations. You can expect them. Expect them. I mean, in fact, just be prepared for them. They're going to come. Like, just anticipate that, right? And I'm not saying that to be negative. I'm saying it because it is an opportunity for you to show yourself and to show God what God knows is already inside of you. See, God is unlike man. You know, people, we be testing people, just on, I'm going to put this test on them, right? He knows you have in you what you need to pass. The question is, will you use what's in you to pass? It's not, there are no trick questions. They're like literally. That's why the word of God says, for every temptation, there is a way of escape. And you'll know the way of escape, but it doesn't mean you're going to take it. Will you take it? Will you avoid situations? Will you anticipate, well, no, because I know if this, then, this. So I'm just going to avoid that whole situation, right? Or are you going to tempt yourself and say, I can handle it, only to not be able to handle it? I don't know. But I do know this. Until you pass the test, you're going to keep having the test. Same test. Over and over and over and over and over again. So when you see things that keep happening in your life, it's because you haven't passed the test. And you need to ask God, what in the world do I need to do? More than likely, you already know what you need to do, but you just have not done it. Build up your strength. That's where routine, that's where training comes into play. You got to train your mind. You got to train your body. You got to. See, this is why I know I need routine, because I'm too willy-nilly. Like I got to get some stability. And stability for me is not where I lay my head. That's not where my stability is. Stability for me is so mental. It is mental and it is physical in training my body. If I don't train my body, I'm going to eat everything and anything. I'm going to do, not do anything and everything, but I'll do more than I would do if I was focused. You got to get focused. You got to put ahead of you the vision. So, I did a vision board. Remember when I was in Florida, when I did the event, the I Am a Survivor event. When I did that event, I did a vision board. So one of the first things I did, and I gotta get a board so that I can put it on, was I brought my vision board out of the car. The vision board has been in the car. I brought it out of the car, and I tried to put it up so that I could see it. I need to keep the vision before me. I need to literally keep the vision before me. I need to keep the vision before me so that I can see it and it remind me of what it is that I want and I desire more than anything. And so that I can keep the vision before me and I can see family and what family looks like, and I can see, my health and working out and the lifestyle that I want to live. I need to keep it before me because otherwise you will get complacent in your surroundings. You cannot afford to get complacent in your surroundings. I don't care where you're planted. You can't afford to get complacent there. The moment you get complacent, you begin to die. You don't believe me? You will notice that when older people retire and they stop doing anything, they die sooner than when they keep moving, keep going, keep doing something. Because whatever they're doing reminds them that life is valuable, that they're valuable, that they have something to live for. When you don't have something to live for, then it's easy to say, well, I might as well just die. You stop moving. You stop being excited about things. You start getting depressed. And the moment you fall into a depression, then you start watching depression stuff and your mind begins to wander. You begin to meditate on things that don't lift you up, but they bring your vibrations down. You begin to hang with more low vibrating people. All of those are things that interfere with your ability to be who God has created you to be fully, all the way to the end. I don't believe. I don't believe that God intends for us to stop being valuable as people because of our age. No, listen. Hey, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy. So, my daddy is a prime example. As long as my daddy is able to move and to do stuff, now he may not be able to do all the stuff that he always does, but my daddy's pretty active, right? As long as he's able to stay active, he's able to still feel valuable, like his life matters, like he's important, which he is important, right? But movement is key. If someone is sick and they stop moving, they die faster or they get sicker, right? Remember when COVID was going on and they were saying, if you get it, get up and move. That's what they said. They said, get up and move. Why? Movement begins to get your bodily systems moving the way they're supposed to. Your lymphatic system, your limbic system, your bodily system, your endocrine system. Your systems begin to work the way that they're supposed to work. If you just lay there, those people just laid there, it took them longer to recover than those people who got up and moved. That's why they said, don't just lay there. Don't just lay there. No, you got to move. You got to move. You got to do something. Get up. Arise. And I'm telling y'all, you can't let the distractions, because the distractions come to make you lay down. They come to lull you to sleep and to tell you you just need to go to sleep. Maybe when you wake up, it'll be different. It won't. It doesn't change like that. But if you listen to me, get focused, get a routine, work on your mental as well as your physical. Start taking care of yourself, right? If you notice when you eat certain foods, it makes you sleepy, you might not need to eat those foods. You might not need to eat them because what they're doing is they're suppressing your system. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not telling y'all to become vegan or vegetarian because I don't intend on doing that. Now, that's got to be a God move. Only God can do that, right? But what I'm telling you is pay attention to how what you eat affects you, how when you eat affects you. The Word of God says that we need to fast as well as pray, right? And I don't think that it is just a spiritual thing, fasting. Fasting clears your body, which allows your mind to be clearer and more active. So when the word talks about fasting and praying, you need to understand that the fast is not just for the spirit, it is also to purge the body, to purify the body, to detox the body. So when we go on this fast starting November 1st, this fast is designed, listen to me, this fast is designed to not only get us grounded spiritually, but also to detox our bodies before we go into the holidays, because in the holidays, y'all know y'all gonna be eating recklessly. Let's clear our body out. Let's cleanse our body. And I'm not talking about you got to do something where you're constantly running to the bathroom, but what I'm telling you is some of us are just full of ish, and it needs to be pushed out. It needs to be purged. It needs to come out. And it's up to us to do that. Okay? So, two things. Two things. No more sabotage class. It's going to be Sunday. This Sunday, there are still a few spaces. Part one and part two. Part one happens at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mm-mm. Yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then part two starts at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you've done part one, get part two. Part two takes it to the next level, okay? Then, if you just need part one, take part one. If you just need part two, take part two. If you need both of them, you can get both of them for $140. You're saving $10 by taking both of them at the same time, right? Or you can take it with a friend. Take it with a friend. Take it with a friend. And when you take it with a friend, like there's actually even a higher discount, because you can get, how much is it, y'all? I don't remember. I want to say it's 130. I want to say. I'm not sure, but it's cheaper when two people go in together and take it. And you got afterpay available. It can be split into four payments. You know, I get my money up front, and then you pay them people every 2 weeks. So it's split up. So whatever you get, it's split up. Do the VIP. If you can do the VIP is about $25 every 2 weeks when you use Afterpay. $100 for the VIP, and you get a 1 hour session with me where you're able to talk about what you learned and, you know, what's next and how to move forward. So that's one thing. On Saturday at 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Oh my God. Y'all put it in there. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, there's going to be a pastor appreciation program. It's going to be online. You can join via Zoom. Stay tuned. I'll be posting the flyer for that. We're asking that people come and give your testimonials, words of encouragement, whatever for me. I'm excited about it. The team is doing a great job. The flyer is amazing. When you guys see the flyer, you're going to be like, okay, yep, that's my team. That's my team. And they know me. They know I'm funny when it comes to graphics. Funny, okay? So listen, I want you guys to join us Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Pastor Appreciation Program. Register for the class. Come out on Saturday and Sunday. You can have a whole weekend of Dr. V. Isn't that amazing? Saturday celebrating me, and Sunday doing the No More Sabotage, celebrating you and choosing you. Also, Friday. I want to say it's Friday. It's either Friday or Saturday. If you want to write a testimonial, I have been nominated for 2 awards by Achi Magazine. And the first award is the Mentor of the Year Award. If I've mentored you in some way and you want to talk about me as a mentor, and you want to write a letter, write that letter and email that letter to drvwalters@gmail.com. And I've got it on my page. You can go on my page and look at it. If you need it, inbox me, message me, and I will get you the information. And also for the Woman of the Year. So, no, Woman of Influence. So I've been nominated for Woman of Influence and Mentor of the Year. So letters of recommendation are welcome. I would appreciate them. You just need to get them to me or my team, and then that way I can submit them, because I have to submit them. The award show is in Charleston, South Carolina, November 5th in Charleston, South Carolina. And tickets are available. It is open to the public. If you want to go, let me know, and I can get you some tickets. I can make those arrangements. I'd love to see you in the building. Love to have you there to support me as I am nominated along with an illustrious group of women. And so I would appreciate that. So that's what we got going on. And then, of course, listen, if this word has blessed you and you just want to sow a seed, you want to put a seed in the ground for this next season of your life, you absolutely can do that by going to Cash App $DRV Walters, Cash App $DRV Walters, or PayPal.me/DRV Walters. Listen, no seed is too small or too great. All of it is appreciated and welcomed. And I always declare a hundredfold blessing return on the seeds that people sow into my life, because that's kind of how he's been moving me. Look, I know this. I know that God is up to something. He's up to something that is great, that is phenomenal, and that is going to blow your mind. Don't miss it. Don't miss what God is doing. Don't miss it because you're too busy being caught up in distractions. Don't miss it because you're too busy allowing yourself sabotage to stop you. For many of you, you may say, I need the class, but what? But what? What is your but? But what? But Afterpay is not working for me. Hit me up. Hit me up. I want you all to experience this, and stay tuned on my page, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away, sow a seed, sow a couple of class registrations, and sow some discounts. So I want you to stay tuned, because I'm going to be doing that today and tomorrow, leading up to Sunday's class. So you may just be the person who wins one. I'm excited about what God is doing in my life and in your lives and in all of our lives. And I know this, that um, we can't afford to get distracted. Don't get distracted, because your best is on its way. Look, you guys, I absolutely love you all to life and life more abundant. Have an absolutely amazing, incredible day. And know that if God be for you, he's more than the entire world against you. You guys be blessed. Mwah.